This video is to help you if you tend to take a lot on. So if you feel weighed down by responsibility, or just like every waking moment is spent trying to get all the things done and meet the needs and requirements of other people. This is really common. So let's just start by identifying the places in your life where this might be happening. So if you live with other people, are there things that you just take full responsibility for more than you actually strictly have to? So it might be doing things around the house, the washing up. It might be the laundry, or if you have kids and there's a co-parent involved, are you the one that always packs and unpacks the bags, or does bedtime or drop-offs or pickups or meal times? And not to say these things should be shared 50-50, that's definitely not the case, but just look for places where you're just taking something solely on yourself without questioning it and just telling yourself that that's just how it has to be. So same if you have pets or other family or caring responsibilities, are there places that you're just taking on more than is really yours or that you really want to do and not questioning that? And then think about work. So if you work for a company, are there places where you're taking sole personal responsibility for things getting done or results being achieved when actually there's maybe a collective team responsibility or organizational responsibility? And then also think about, we can also take responsibility for other people's experiences. It's not just things that need to happen or doing things that we take responsibility for. We can take on responsibility for everybody having a good time, or maybe for your kids not being bored, or for just things going well, like a day out or a night out or a holiday. Or think about where you might be taking responsibility for someone else's emotions, someone you care about not feeling a certain way, maybe not feeling disappointed, not feeling sad, not feeling lonely. There's all kinds of different places and ways that we take on more than we need to, where we're over responsible. So with an awareness of a couple of places this might be coming up for you, let's just think about what happens when we do this, when we're over responsible. So the first thing is that we usually end up with lots of things to do. So a long to-do list, spending time doing all the things, and often with a feeling of pressure. There's that feeling of pressure, something that feels familiar to you. And often with a feeling of resentment in some places as well. Does that come up for you anywhere? And then also because we're leaning over, taking responsibility over here for this and for that person and that thing, we're not here taking responsibility for us. So we're often not doing things that we actually want to do, that are important to us. And we're often not taking care of ourselves. So our experience of things and our well-being suffers. So it's something that is worth doing something about. So, and in order to do that, what we need to do, or it's helpful to do, is just to understand a little bit about why this happened, what's going on. And usually it's that we're just taught to do this, to put other people first, to prioritize other things, to do certain things, to show up in a certain way in order to be a good parent, a good employee, a good partner, a good friend, a good son or daughter. And then we have this model to us as well. We see other people doing it. So then when we follow in their footsteps, we do this as well. We take on the things, we do things in the way that we're taught. And then we gather evidence that it works, that it's effective. We get things done at home, we get things done personally, get things done professionally as well. And then usually along the way, we get some recognition, we get some thanks, we get some praise. And so our brain is really on board with this way of doing things. If we carry on doing things in this way, things will get done and we'll be okay. People will like us. People will think we're doing a good job. We'll be able to think that we're doing a good job. So this approach of being responsible for all the things feels safe to our brains and it also feels like it's working. So, in understanding the problem there, it gives us the solution. What we need to do is to show the brain that doing things in another way is also safe and is equally, if not more, effective. So, I'm going to walk you through implementing this now for yourself. What I'm going to invite you to do is just to choose one thing. So, one thing that you want to stop doing or stop doing so much, stop having responsibility for, or so much responsibility for. So, choose what that thing's going to be now. Could be something at home, a practical thing like the washing up or putting the bins out or whatever it is, whatever you want it to be. It could be around the kids if you have kids. Maybe you don't want to do all the drop offs or all the pickups if there's somebody else that could help you out with that. And it could be something you choose something, it could be something you're going to speak to someone else and see if you can share some of that with them or get them to take it on entirely. Or it could be something that you're just going to decide isn't going to get done or isn't going to get done so often. Could be something like replying to emails or being in every meeting or responding to messages, WhatsApp messages, text messages, whatever. It could also be an emotional responsibility. So maybe you're going to let your kids have some boredom, or you're going to let everybody have their own experience of the day out or the night out or the meal, whatever it is, without whether they enjoy themselves being your responsibility at all. So you're just going to pick this one thing and start there. Because what we're doing when we just pick one is we're giving ourselves a specific place to practice the discomfort of it. Because it's going to feel uncomfortable. Like the uncomfortableness of leaving the washing up, or the discomfort of not replying to the message, or the discomfort of somebody having an uncomfortable emotion and you not rushing in to fix it for them or to distract them from it. When we do this, we just practice the discomfort in one area, we build our capacity for it. And we show our brain in doing that it's safe. It's okay to do this. It feels uncomfortable, but it's okay. And then the second thing I want to suggest you do when you've picked your thing, the thing you're going to stop doing or you're going to ask to share with someone else, is to ask yourself this question. So it's, why is letting go of this better than holding on to the responsibility? So why might it be better for someone to be allowed to experience their negative emotion without you helping to like take them away from it or to get them out of it? Why might it be a good option to not reply to the message? How might it support other people for you not to be somewhere doing something and for them to figure out how to do it themselves? This is the bit where we show our brain that this approach works. And in fact, not only it works, but it might even be better than doing things the other way. So that's it. Pick one thing to stop doing or to do less. Allow that to be uncomfortable, and then find all the evidence, all the reasons why it's a good idea. So I'd love to hear from you. If you decide to do this, what's the thing that you're going to stop doing? Get in touch and share that with me.